Welcome to the SST Talk, where we talk about all things space, science, and technology.
Here are the episodes for this podcast, so stay tuned. Our third episode will focus on GPS applications, where we'll talk about how satellite navigation impacts everyday life. Let's go!
Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast. I'm Jemima Faye Paganaw and today pag-uusapan natin kung paano ginagamit ang GPS. Hindi lang pang directions kundi pang save ng buhay. So kasama ko yung mga groupmates ko ngayon. So quick intro muna tayo. Matika, ikaw muna.
Hello everyone, I'm Roldan Matiga. I'm here very excited to discuss GPS today.
Thanks. So, Padua?
Hi everyone, I'm Padua and I will talk about the real-world applications of GPS during disasters and why it's very important in emergency response. GPS is something we use every day, but in critical situations, it becomes a tool that can literally save lives.
And last but not the least, Manggiyat.
Hi, so how's everyone? I'm Manggiyat and I'll focus more on drones, robots, and autonomous systems that work together with GPS. I'm so excited now with this topic because I know lahat tayo may matututunan dito.
Alright, so now that we're all here, let's talk about why we chose this research. We chose a research paper titled Crisis Navigation, the Power of GPS and Autonomous Systems in Disaster Rescue. Honestly, at first, akala namin GPS is just about navigation. But this paper shows na sobrang laki ng role niya sa disaster rescue. Matiga, bakit sa tingin mo relevant tong research ngayon?
Well, first and foremost, very helpful ang GPS, also known as Global Positioning System. Kasi ang ginagawa nito is from the satellite, nagsisend ng signal to our phones or any other receiver devices na kung saan ang mismong receiver itself. So, with this, it's usually used for mapping, agriculture, but most importantly, sa mga disaster risk, like rescuing, for example, mga earthquake, fire, etc. Pero, GPS is just as is GPS na nasisend ng signals and tells our location. It can be also improved by Differential Global Positioning System, DGPS, na nagpapa-accurate lang ng GPS in terms sa centimeters na may reinforced or tulong ng mga ground station na nagbo-broadcast alongside satellites. And also, pwede namang ma-improve ang accuracy nito sa pamamagitan ng RTA, also known as real-time schematic, na merong high positioning technology na gagamit din ng GPS signals, pero meron siya kasamang real-time correction sa mga base station na parang nagko-correct dun sa mga imperfections ng GPS itself. So from this, it's very, very useful as in everywhere. Like let's say for business, for vehicles, and from the research paper that we chose for this one is about disaster risk prevention or how do we prevent disaster. So very useful.
Okay, so thank you for that. So, based din sa research natin, 'di ba? So, millions of people are affected by disasters every year. So, Padua, paano exactly tumutulong ang GPS during disasters?
GPS helps by giving real-time location tracking. Alam ng rescue teams kung nasaan sila, nasaan na victims, at kung saan sila dapat mag-focus. Because of accurate data, mas efficient yung rescue operations. It also helps in coordinating multiple teams. Halimbawa, kapag may mga landslide or floods, GPS can show which areas are already covered and which area still need urgent attention. Response becomes faster and now.
And hindi lang rescue teams, kahit civilians with smartphones can share the location. So, Manggiyat, gaano ka-importante yung accuracy ng GPS in rescue situations?
Very important. Isipin mo dito tayo sa Philippines. Diba napaka-pro natin sa disasters. Like, lagi natin nababalitaan, laging binabaha, ang daming landslides. And ngayon, may advanced GPS systems na that can locate positions within centimeters. This is super helpful lalo na kung may survivors na trapped under debris or nasa flooded areas.
Okay. So, another interesting part of the research is the use of drones. Matiga, paano ginagamit ang drones with GPS?
Well, drones are usually flying or pero meron naman mga crawling pero usually ang common is flying. So they are aerial robots. And with the aerial robot that are GPS, meron silang mga sari-sariling receiver. And from that, pwede silang fly over to any terrestrial boundaries, siguro forest, siguro ilog, mga bundok, or mga any place or terrain that people usually can cross quickly. So, with that, pwede makapunta yung drones doon along with GPS, meron din camera para makapag-locate ng mga survivors or maybe siguro mga supplies kung kailangan ng supplies.
Okay. Yes, correct. So, aside from drones, may robots and unmanned vehicles din. Padua, anong advantage nito?
Another advantage is the use of autonomous systems, especially robots and unmanned vehicles. These machines can enter areas that are too dangerous for people, like collapsed building or unstable terrains. Using GPS, they can navigate through debris, avoid obstacles, and send real-time data back to human rescuers. For example, ground robots can map damaged structures and identify safe entry points, while unmanned vehicles can deliver supplies or medical kits to isolated survivors. This means rescuers don't have to risk their lives in most dangerous zones. Instead, they can rely on GPS machines to gather information and extend their reach or help safely. Ayan.
Okay. Pero syempre, hindi rin perfect ang technology, no? So, Manggiyat, ano yung mga challenges nito?
So yung mga challenges is like may signal interference, limited battery life, and weather issues. Tsaka may ethical concerns din like how much decision making should be left to machines. So, mas maganda kung mas mapag-aralan pa natin yung mga challenges na to para mas pa-improve pa natin tong GPS.
Okay. So, madami-dami na tayo napag-usapan about sa GPS. So, before we end, let's share muna ang mga personal takeaways natin from this research. So, mauna ako. So, for me, my biggest takeaway is that GPS is not just a convenience, it's a life-saving tool. So, when combined with autonomous systems, it helps save life, save time, reduce risks, and improve coordinations during disasters. So, ikaw, Matiga, ano yung takeaway mo about dito?
So, ang takeaway ko lang naman is yung mga general pros and cons ng GPS na nasa paper. Which is, first of all, meron siyang mabilis na situational awareness. Kasi nga, from the world itself, the GPS na track or locate ng mga roads or mga pwedeng possible daanan or kaya mga dinaanan yan ng locations para sa mga rescuers. Pero at the same time, yung mga rescue ay mas safer than hindi pupunta ng mga rescuer for the first time kasi with the use of drones na meron GPS and camera sensors, makikita ng mga rescuers kung ano yung mga possible or safest na daan papunta sa mga pagre-rescuehan nila. And with the help of GPS, coordination is better. Kasi makatrack ng rescuer and victim at the same time kung nasaan sila, which is better for operations quickly. Pero at the same time, hindi naman palaging good. Meron din mga bad, let's say, hindi naman sa bad, mga cons ng GPS, which is sinabi na kanina ni Manggiyat, is mga interference, which is, oo, mahirap nga, for example, malakas yung bagyo, or hindi aabot yung signal. Another one is yung battery, baka di kakayanin. Yung meron din na, let's say, for example, sa mga urban na binaha, mahirap din makadalo siguro ang GPS, siguro kapag sobrang dense or kaya sobrang tulog ng mga pupuntahan. Like, hindi makapag-pass through yung communication system. And siguro meron din mga ethics, pero ipapalawigin ko lang naman siguro yung sinabi ng Manggiyat. Pero in terms ito sa mga laws, like for example, privacy properties na mga ganito, ethical decisions nga, sabi ni Manggiyat kanina. And siguro mga disputes sa responsibility, like for example, baka mamaya pagagawin nila yung robot na ganito, hindi naman pala dapat. So, hindi naman siguro ganun. So, sana may limit naman. For the future, siguro na GPS, which is yes, magkaka-improvement pa yan, siguro mga hybrid sensing, mas more precise, tapos mas more coordination ng GPS and sensors dun sa mga robots. Another one is possible mag-improvements, naka-integration ng AI or machine learning. And lastly na possible na mag-improve is yung signal, which is the wide implementation of 5G on low orbit satellites. Yun lang. Thank you.
Nice point, Matika. So, Padua naman.
So, ayun. My takeaway is this. GPS is not just about finding directions. It's about saving time, saving resources, most importantly, saving lives. In disaster response, every second counts. GPS provides the speed and accuracy that rescuers need. Also, beyond human teams, GPS also empowers autonomous systems, like robots and unmanned vehicles, to enter dangerous zones, gather data, and deliver aid without putting people at risk. Thank you.
Okay. And lastly, Manggiyat.
Yung takeaway ko is like, super important talaga ng GPS, no? Lalo na sa mga, lugar na prone sa bagyo, sa disaster, sa landslide. Kasi syempre, yung GPS nagagamit natin ito para mas ma-improve or ma-lessen pa natin yung mga damages na na-encounter natin every year. Yun lang naman.
Okay. So, ayun. GPS is more than just telling us where to go. It helps people survive disasters. Thank you for listening, and we hope this podcast helped you see GPS in a whole new way. Thank you.
Wow! And that's it for today's episode on GPS applications. From navigation to everyday convenience, it's crazy how much we rely on satellites without even realizing it. Next time your location updates correctly, you'll know there's a whole system in space working for you. There you go. Stay tuned for our next episode